Hello YouTube, back again with another video, and I'm gonna change up the camera position this time. Instead of being in front of me, it's right next to my face, so if you see my hands like kind of awkward, you know why. But yeah, I'm back. I'm gonna show you guys my updated DD deck. Um, the list before this, I didn't do so well, so I had to update it, and I haven't, gone out to go test because I actually got the virus, but I'm all good now for the past like 2 weeks, I think. Um, and then even then, like as I was sick, like my locals closed for the tournaments, so like I can't really go test in person. Um, so yeah, so I'm gonna try doing some online tournaments. I'll see how that goes because usually the schedules are off for me because of work. But hopefully I could actually do some tournaments. But yeah, so I fixed this deck up. I'm liking it. I not gonna lie, I did make a couple of changes right before the recording. Um, but I think they're good changes just because looking at how the meta is, Praying Kids are around running with Mystic Mine, so are other decks. I wish they kind of just banned that card already. It's so annoying. But like, yeah, there's that. Diners is still a thing. I do have some ideas brewing for the ban list depending on what cards they hit. But nothing too big. I do have other decks working on the way, so don't worry. So yeah, let's get started. So it is a 40 card main deck, so I wanted to keep it as consistent as possible. And being a combo deck, you gotta do that. Yeah, so starting off, play the 3 Oblivion King Abyss Ragnarok. This card's amazing. He's like the main big boy I play. Like scale effect, you when you summon something, you special summon something else from the grave. Monster effect, if he's special, you special summon something else from grave as well. So just a lot of summoning. In worst case scenario, when he's on the field, you could tribute in another guy and banish something your opponent controls. So really good. Like I said, he's the only he's like the main big guy I play because I cut this guy out of the deck. The Go DDD Divine Zero King Rage. I picked this guy up to try it. He's a good card. Don't get me wrong, but like for helping your consistency and like your combo potential, he doesn't help. He's just there as like the game ender. Cool card, but I don't see myself playing it unless like they hurt the deck in some way, which I don't think they will. But yeah, so I cut him out. Yeah, so after Ragnarok, I play the one Thomas. I was thinking about cutting this, right before the video, but I just can't see myself doing it just because I love Kali Yuga as a card. Being able to cold wave the field and then proceed to just heavy storm like you don't care. It's amazing. It's also because like at my locals, whenever it does open back up, there's a couple there's like an Altergeist player and some random other things, so it could come up. But also just Thomas helps apply like board presence. Like you summon it, you pop your scale, bring out the Ragnarok. That's 2 big boys in the field, so it potentially could help. And then play one Apocalypse just as an extender. You could I only play the one just because like I don't really see myself like doing this too much. Still a really good card. Either you draw it or you do it the combo with the Gilgamesh. You scale it, banish 2 special. So good card. And then I play the one Nuin. This card's really good because you could either Copernicus or Foolish Burial your missing combo piece. New effect, discard it, add back the missing piece, and you have full combo or a combo or anything. So I really like the card. I like these two because they're level 7s, so you could actually revive them like mid combo and then like use them to make level 8s. So they're really good. And the last one of Pendulum I play is the one Orthros. This is actually the new edition I just did before the video. I haven't played this thing in so long. I remember back in the day, like this was a brick. But I put it in just because of Mystic Mine and whatever else is floating around I want to pop. But yeah, that's the sole purpose of this. And worst case scenario, he's a tuner that you can normal summon and help make Needle Fiber. So that's the thing. And I still got some pendulums to show you. Oops, sorry, hit the camera stand. Play 3 Copernicus. You gotta play 3 of this because, like I mentioned, if you open it up with a Nuin, you can just search for your search deck from grave, like your missing combo piece. And then I play the 3 Kepler just because he's your searcher. It's amazing. He could potentially be like a +3, so pretty wild in that case. But yeah, That's it for the Penlim DDs. And then for the regular monsters, I play 1 DD Ghost. I actually cut this down from 2 to make space for the Orthros. I actually really like this card just because, like I said, with the same thing with the Orthros, you can normal this, and it'll help make Needle Fiber for your combo. Or just Hard Synchro off in the beginning, you know? But it's a really good card. I like just loading up my grave as well. Like that effect is amazing. Especially like if you banish your 1 Lamia because of her own effect, you have another one in grave handy. Play the 3 Swirls, the 3 Necros, and the 3 Lamias. These are the mandatory 9 you have to play. Like, these are your main pieces you want to see. Like, these cards are amazing. And the last monster I play is the 1 Dragon Buster. So this is the one card I was talking about, like, for future plans on the ban list. So this card, you know, may potentially get banned. If it does, oh well. I'll just add, like, another consistency card. I probably add back the Upstart or something that I cut out. I'll see though. Like, for sure, if this card gets cut out, don't worry. I know what I'm gonna do. But that's it for the monsters. And if it doesn't get banned, it's even more lit because this card's amazing. But they'll probably do it because the meta looks pretty toxic, I'm not gonna lie. And then for the spells, the 3 Dark Construct at the gate, your searcher gotta play 3 of this thing. 1 Swamp King. I only play 1 because I don't play like a super big fusion package, so I didn't see like the reason to play 2 of this. But still a really good card. Like if you don't search it off of Kepler and if you draw it, like it just helps extend the combo. Or if you do search it, it just guarantees your combo, you know. A lot of combos this deck. And then play 3 Allure. So I actually have a love-hate relationship with this card because the one time I took this deck to Locust to try it out, this is the reason why I got slapped. My final round, I faced an Eldritch Invoked Dogmatic deck. And I literally activated and resolved all 3 Allures in 1 turn and had nothing to show for it. Like, my hand was absolutely dead. Like, I drew, like, I think all spells, and I was like, my opening hand was 1 Allure, a Lamia Swirl, and like some random other spells. I allured, had to banish, I think, the Lamia. I drew another Allure, did it, had to banish the Swirl, and it was just terrible. Like, this card just like slapped me. But yeah, you still gotta play it because the whole deck is dark and you want to, you know, keep the consistency. And then I play a bunch of 1-0s for the last spells I play. Play 1 Called By. Card comes in clutch, like whatever hand traps you run into, you know, besides like a few of them, you could stop and then keep comboing off. Going Foolish. Like I mentioned earlier with the Newton, whatever's in grave you can add back and keep comboing. The 1 Monster Reborn, like this card alone with some like a bunch of hands guarantees full combo, or a combo, so it's really good. The 1 for 1, same thing, helps guarantee full combo. Pot of Desires, I actually cut out the Upstart for the Desires. I felt the Upstart was just like that one random RNG card wasn't cutting it, so I put the 1 Desires in, and I'm actually liking it because you don't have to worry about drawing Desires off of Desires, which I actually had an issue of before, and I'm actually liking the 1 of, so. And then the last one is a 1 War Off though. Depending on your hand, this just helps you get out of a tough spot, or just helps you keep extending. So good in that sense. Oh, and then like my first rough draft of this list, I was playing the War Off though, and then I was playing, I believe, DD Crow, because you could search it out with this if you had a full combo. And also DD Crow is a good target because you could banish it with a lure if needed. But right now, I don't think DD Crow is too good, so you probably want to try that, but maybe later. But yeah, that's it for the spell lineup. Oh, one thing else, like I love these 1-0s because the 1 card like paired up with like your other combo pieces, or like these 2 together are really good. So just like the combinations they do, solely being 1-0s is amazing in the deck. And the last 3 cards in the deck are 3 Imperms. This is like the hand trap I decided to go with, just because it's good for going first and second. Going first, just set it wherever, and you could blank the whole column. Or going second, you just blank a card and keep comboing. So it's really good. And then now for the extra deck, got my token. I play 1 Cross Sheep, the 1 Union Carrier, the Halka-Fabrax, and the Gilgamesh. These are the only links I play. And then besides Union Carrier, the other 3 links are like always a mandatory, like, or a must in DDD. Like Cross Sheep's so busted, being able to just revive your stuff. Halka-Fabrax just like recruiting your tuners from deck is amazing. And then this card right here is really good because it just helps you set up your scales and you keep going. Now for the fusions, play 2 Genghis. 2 is fine. You never go into the third. If you go into the third, you're already kind of losing. Well, that's how I used to see it. So play 1 D-Arc. This is actually a new change I did right before recording. I did notice that sometimes I needed a level 7. And sometimes like I would use the main deck level 7s, like these two, and then it would be fine, right? I would be able to just keep comboing. But sometimes you just I didn't have the option to go into them. So being able to fuse for it should help with consistency. But yeah, I actually cut out the rank 6 DDD because I didn't go into much because I only played 2 Genghis, you know. And then the last fusion I play is the 1 High King Genghis, and yeah, that's it for the fusion package. I don't play the Wave King Caesar just because I don't own it, but I don't really see myself going into it. For the synchros, I play the 1 Formula Synchron for the Hellcat Firebacks, the 1 Alexander, and the 1 Siegfried, just one ofs, or all the synchros are one ofs. Then I play the Savage Dragon, the Crystal Wing, and then the Satellite Warrior. So like I said, all the synchros are just one ofs because you just keep reviving Alexander or Genghis, and you just synchro up into these two or into this guy. And then the Satellite Warrior goes with the Formula Synchron. So if you don't know what this card does, when he's synchro summoned, depending on how many synchros you have in your graveyard, you get to destroy that many cards. So if you have full combo, there's going to be 3 synchros in your grave. So you get to pop 3 cards your opponent controls. So it's really good. You just like board wipe them. And then the last card in the extra deck is the Kali Yuga, which I can't see myself cutting. But yeah, so that's the extra deck. Now for the side deck. I changed the side deck up right before this, and I think it's good, but depending on the ban list, you know, I'll probably just switch it around. We'll see. So 3 Nibiru. I feel like it's the most impactful hand trap in the game. Just like everybody's playing combo or some combo. So like, you know, just Nibiru their field and you're Gucci. Like with this deck, if they can break your board or like play around it, like Dark Order No More, whatever, just if you have this in hand, you could just like shut them up and just next turn you just game them. This is a new addition I put in the deck, the 3 Artifact Lancia. So I actually took out Ash for this. Kind of iffy on the change, but I want to try it out just because Dinosaur is a tough matchup, and there's some random other decks that banish a lot. Like if you do this against PK, I think they have to like automatically just pass turn. So yeah, but mainly for Dinosaur, to be honest. Play 3 Cosmic Cyclone just for back row removal, mainly just Mystic Mine and whatever like else my opponents have. If I can get my hands on evenly matches, I'll probably just switch them out. Play 2 Dark Order No More because I only have 2. Well, this card's amazing. And then I side 3 Anti-Spell with the 1 Imperial Order. Just when I go first, I flip this up and it's like automatic GG. Like if I have multiple negates with this, like my opponent can't play. And then what I like with playing DDD with these cards is that Siegfried can actually negate them on your turn. So like let's say you drew like a spell that you need. Negate Anti-Spell or Imperial Order and just keep comboing off. Or going off, I mean. But yeah. That's the deck, guys. Hope you enjoyed the list. I know not a lot of people were really into DDD this time around, but the deck is really explosive. Like it has crazy plays. And if they do check some of the meta cards, I feel like this could be like a good sleeper deck just because nobody really knows what it does besides combo. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. See you guys in my next video. And like I said, I got some decks brewing, so keep an eye out for that. See you guys.